Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Italian ebook before it's gone. Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Italian ebook before it's gone.
Do you know how to ask for the price in Italian? You'll learn how in just a moment. Hi, my name is Felice, and this is the 3-Step Italian by ItalianPod101.com. In this lesson, you learn how to ask for the price through a quick conversation. Let's look at the dialogue. As you listen, pay attention to how they ask about the topic and how the other person responds. Scusi, quanto costa questo quadro? Quale quadro? Questo quadro qui? Sì, questo quadro. Costa 700 euro. Di dov'è il pittore? È italiano. Let's break it down. The first sentence will our focus. Let's take a look at its elements. Scusi, quanto costa questo quadro? Excuse me, how much does this painting cost? First is scusi, which means excuse me. Scusi is the formal third-person singular imperative of scusare, to excuse, and is used to get someone's attention, especially in formal situations, politely. Scusi. Scusi. Next is quanto, which means how much. Quanto. Quanto. After this is the word costa, meaning costs, as in it costs. Costa. Costa. Next is questo, a demonstrative adjective meaning this. Questo. Questo. Finally, quadro, meaning painting or picture. Quadro. Quadro. All together, it's scusi, quanto costa questo quadro? This literally translates as excuse me, how much costs this painting? But in natural English is excuse me, how much does this painting cost? Quale quadro? Questo quadro qui? Which painting? This painting here? Sì, questo quadro. Yes, this painting. Costa 700 euro. It costs 700 euros. Di dov'è il pittore? Where is the painter from? È italiano. He is Italian. Let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern is the structure that all of our example will follow. Quanto costa? Questo, quello. Noun. How much does? This, that. Noun. Costs. Quanto means how much and is an interrogative adverb. Costa means costs and comes from the verb costare, which means to cost. Next are the demonstrative adjective questo and quello, meaning this and that. To use this pattern, replace the noun with the noun you want to ask about. Insert agreement in gender and number. Let's look at the demonstrative adjectives. In Italian, the words for this and that change depending on whether the noun is masculine or feminine, singular or plural. For a masculine singular noun, questo means this and quello means that. If the noun is feminine and singular, questa is used for this and quella is used for that. For plural nouns, the endings change. Masculine plural nouns take questi for these and quei for those. Feminine plural nouns use queste for these and quelle for those. Apart from these four forms, there are other variants, so be sure to check the lesson notes on our website for all the variants. Scusi, quanto costa questo quadro? Excuse me, how much does this painting cost? In this sentence, scusi means excuse me and is not a part of the pattern. Next, quanto costa? Meaning how much does it cost? Followed by questo, meaning this, which refers to the item being asked about. In this example, quadro, a masculine singular noun meaning painting. So, the full sentence, scusi, quanto costa questo quadro? Means, excuse me, how much does this painting cost? Now, you can use this structure to ask about the price of anything when shopping in Italy. In Italy, bargaining is not common, but you can try in some places. Most stores have fixed prices, but you can sometimes negotiate at open-air markets, flea markets, and antique shops, especially if you buy more than one item. Now, let's look at some speaking examples. Quanto costa questo libro? How much does this book cost? Can you see how the pattern applies here? Let's break it down. Quanto costa means how much costs, followed by questo, meaning this. Finally, we have the masculine singular noun, libro, meaning book. Notice that here, questo is used instead of quello, because we are talking about this book. So, that is how quanto costa questo libro follows the quanto costa questo noun pattern. Here's another example. Quanto costa quello zaino? How much does that backpack cost? Quanto costa quello zaino? How much does that backpack cost? Let's try one more. Quanto costa questo vestito? How much does this dress cost? Quanto costa questo vestito? How much does this dress cost? One last example. Quanto costa quello scaffale? How much does that shelf cost? Quanto costa quello scaffale? How much does that shelf cost? Now you know how to ask for the price in Italian. And you can move on to the practice. A presto!
Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Italian ebook before it's gone.
Do you know how to describe something in Italian? You'll learn how in just a moment. Hi, my name is Felice, and this is 3-Step Italian by ItalianPod101.com. In this lesson, you learn how to describe something through a quick conversation. Let's look at the dialogue. As you listen, pay attention to how they ask about the topic and how the other person responds. Scusi, quale computer mi consiglia? Beh, questo computer è molto veloce. Ma non è molto leggero. E questo computer? Non è molto veloce, ma è leggero e ora è in promozione. Let's break it down. The first sentence is: Scusi, quale computer mi consiglia? Excuse me, which computer do you recommend? After that is the focus statement. Let's take a look at its elements. Beh, questo computer è molto veloce. Well, this computer is very fast. This starts with be, meaning well in Italian. It's an informal interjection similar to well or in English. Be. Be. Next is the word questo, which means this and refers to the discussed item. Questo. Questo. Computer means computer. 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 After this, è, which means is in English. È. È. Molto means very. Molto. Molto. And finally, veloce means fast. Veloce. Veloce. All together, it's beh, questo computer è molto veloce. This translates as, well, this computer is very fast. Ma non è molto leggero. But it's not very light. E questo computer? Non è molto veloce, ma è leggero e ora è in promozione. And this computer is not very fast, but it is light. And there is a promotion on it now. Let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern is the structure that all of our example will follow. Questo or questa. Noun. È molto. Adjective. This. Noun. Is very. Adjective. In Italian, when describing something, you can use the structure questo or questa, followed by a noun. Then, è molto, and an adjective. In English, this translates to this, noun, is very, adjective. The choice between questo and questa depends on the gender of the noun. Let's see how a line from the dialogue follows this pattern. Beh, questo computer è molto veloce. Well, this computer is very fast. In this sentence, beh means well and is not a part of the pattern. Questo means this and is a demonstrative adjective. It specifies which item is being talked about. In the phrase questo computer, this computer, questo is used with computer because computer is a singular masculine noun in Italian and demonstrative adjectives must agree in gender and number with the noun they modify. If the noun is feminine and singular, questa is used for this. The word è is the third person singular form of the verb essere, to be. In the present tense, it means is in English. Molto means very and is optional. It makes the adjective stronger. Altogether, è molto means is very. The last word in this sentence is the adjective veloce, meaning fast. Veloce does not change in this sentence because it belongs to a category of adjectives that only change based on the number, not gender. So, full sentence, beh, questo computer è molto veloce, means, well, this computer is very fast. Now, you can use this structure to describe the qualities of things when you speak in Italian. In Italian, some adjectives change based on both gender and number. Most adjectives ending in O adjust for gender. For example, bello, pretty, is the masculine singular form, while the feminine singular form is bella. For example, questa ragazza è molto bella, which means this girl is very pretty. Now, let's look at some speaking examples. Questa casa è molto vecchia. This house is very old. Can you see how the pattern applies here? Let's break it down. Questa means this, followed by casa, meaning house. È molto means is very. Finally, we have the adjective vecchia, meaning old. Notice that this sentence uses questa instead of questo and vecchia instead of vecchio, because casa is a feminine singular noun. So that is how questa casa è molto vecchia follows the questo or questa noun è molto adjective pattern. Here's another example. Questo vestito è costoso. This dress is expensive. Questo vestito è costoso. This dress is expensive. Let's try one more. Questa stanza è molto grande. This room is very big. Questa stanza è molto grande. This room is very big. One last example. Questo cappello è nuovo. This hat is new. Questo cappello è nuovo. This hat is new. Now you know how to describe something in Italian, and you can move on to the practice. A presto!
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Italian ebook before it's gone.
Do you know how to say what you want in Italian? You'll learn how in just a moment. Hi, my name is Felice, and this is 3-Step Italian by ItalianPod101.com. In this lesson, you learn how to say what you want through a quick conversation. Let's look at the dialogue. As you listen, pay attention to how they ask about the topic and how the other person responds. Wow, è una stanza grande. Questo dipinto è molto bello. Piace anche a mia moglie, ma io vorrei un dipinto diverso. Che dipinto vorresti? Vorrei un dipinto originale. Let's hear it with the English translation. Wow, è una stanza grande. Questo dipinto è molto bello. Wow, it's a big room. This painting is very beautiful. Piace anche a mia moglie, ma io vorrei un dipinto diverso. My wife likes it too, but I would like a different painting. Che tipo di dipinto vorresti? What kind of painting would you like? After that is the focus statement. Let's take a look at its elements. Vorrei un dipinto originale. I would like an original painting. This starts with the word vorrei, meaning I would like. Vorrei. Vorrei. Next is the article and. Noun, un dipinto, meaning a painting. Un dipinto. Un dipinto. After this is the adjective originale, meaning original. Originale. Originale. Altogether, it's vorrei un dipinto originale. This translates as I would like an original painting. Let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern is the structure that all of our example will follow. Vorrei, un, uno, una, un, noun, adjective. I would like a, an noun, adjective. Let's break it down. First is vorrei, meaning I would like. Vorrei comes from the verb volere, which means to want. In this sentence, it is in the conditional tense, making the request more polite. After that is the indefinitive article. For masculine nouns, it's un or uno. For feminine nouns, it's una or un with an apostrophe. Next is the noun, which is the thing being requested. At the last, in the adjective, which describe the noun. In Italian, adjectives usually come after the noun they describe. Let's see how a line from the dialogue follows this pattern. Vorrei un dipinto originale. I would like an original painting. In this sentence, vorrei is the verb, meaning I would like. Un is the article used because dipinto is a masculine noun. Dipinto is a noun, meaning painting. Originale is the adjective, meaning original. It comes after the noun, following Italian grammar rules. So, the full sentence, vorrei un dipinto originale, translates to, I would like an original painting. Now, you can use this structure to politely ask for anything in Italian. Let's talk about the difference between vorrei and voglio. Vorrei means I would like, and it's the polite way to ask for something. You'll hear it often in a restaurant, shops, or anything someone wants to make a request in a respectful way. On the other hand, voglio means I want, and it comes across as much stronger. In the wrong situation, it can sound direct and even rude. When speaking to strangers, waiters, or anyone in a formal setting, vorrei is the better choice to keep things polite and friendly. Now, let's look at some speaking examples. Vorrei un panino caldo. I would like a warm sandwich. Can you see how the pattern applies here? Let's break it down. The verb vorrei means I would like, and it starts the sentence. The word un is the indefinitive article meaning a, which is used before masculine singular nouns. The noun panino means sandwich, and it is the thing being requested. Finally, the adjective caldo means warm and describes the sandwich. So that is how vorrei un panino caldo follows the pattern vorrei, un, noun, adjectives. Pattern. Here's another example. Io voglio una pizza grande. I want a big pizza. Io voglio una pizza grande. I want a big pizza. Let's try one more. Vorrei un caffè ristretto. I would like a strong coffee. Vorrei un caffè ristretto. I would like a strong coffee. One last example. Marco vuole un'auto giapponese. Marco wants a Japanese car. Marco vuole un'auto giapponese. Marco wants a Japanese car. Now you know how to say what do you want in Italian. And you can move on to the practice. A presto!
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Italian ebook before it's gone.
Do you know how to manage a hotel check-in in Italian? You'll learn how in just a moment. Hi, my name is Felice, and this is 3-Step Italian by ItalianPod101.com. In this lesson, you learn about managing hotel check-ins in Italian through a quick conversation. Let's look at the dialogue. As you listen, pay attention to how they ask about the topic and how the other person responds. Il check-in in hotel è a partire dalle 15. Abbiamo ancora 30 minuti. Ecco la hall. Vuoi un caffè? Sì, per favore. C'è una piscina qui? Sì, la piscina è aperta fino alle 22. Let's break it down. The first sentence will be one of two we focus on. Let's take a look at its elements. Il check-in in hotel è a partire dalle 15. Check-in at the hotel is from 3 p.m. First is the phrase il check-in in hotel or check-in at the hotel. This starts with the article il, meaning the. Il. Next is the noun check-in, meaning check-in. Check-in. After this is the preposition in, meaning in. Last is the noun hotel, meaning hotel. Hotel. Altogether, it's il check-in in hotel. This translates as check-in at the hotel. Next is the phrase è a partire dalle 15 or is from 3 p.m. This starts with the verb è, meaning is. È. Next is the phrase a partire, meaning starting. A partire. After this is the preposition dalle, meaning from. Dalle. Last is the time. 15, meaning 3 p.m. 15. Altogether, il check-in in hotel è a partire dalle 15. Means check-in at the hotel is from 3 p.m. Abbiamo ancora 30 minuti. Ecco la hall. Vuoi un caffè? We'll still have 30 minutes. Here's the lobby. Do you want a coffee? Sì, per favore. C'è una piscina qui? Yes, please. Is there a swimming pool here? The final sentence will be the second one we analyze. Let's examine its components. Sì, la piscina è aperta fino alle 22. Yes, the pool is open until 10 p.m. First is the word sì, meaning yes. Sì. Next is the article la, meaning the. La. After this is the noun piscina, meaning pool. Piscina. Next is the verb phrase è aperta, meaning is open. È aperta. After this is the phrase fino alle, meaning until. Fino alle. Last is the time 22, meaning 10 p.m. 22. Altogether it's sì, la piscina è aperta fino alle 22. This translates as yes, the pool is open until 10 p.m. Let's look at the sentence pattern. The first pattern is the structure that some of our example will follow. Noun phrase, è a partire dalle. Time. Noun phrase, is from. Time. The phrase è a partire dalle means starting from or is from in English. This structure is commonly used to indicate when something begins, such as an event, a service, or an activity. Let's break it down. First is noun or noun phrase, which represent the sentence subject. What starts at a specific time? This could be check-in, times, business hours, or schedules events. The noun or noun phrase may also imply the inclusion of the article. Next is è, the third person singular form of the verb essere, which means to be in Italian. After that is a partire dalle, which literally translates to starting from and is used to indicate when something begins. And last is time, which tells us the specific time when the action starts. The time is often given in a 24-hour format in Italian, but it translates to the 12-hour format in English when necessary. Let's see how a line from the dialogue follows this pattern. Il check-in in hotel è a partire dalle 15. Check-in at the hotel is from 3 p.m. In this sentence, il check-in in hotel, check-in at the hotel, is the subject corresponding to the noun or noun phrase in our pattern. È a partire dalle is a phrase meaning is from or is starting from. 15 is the time meaning 3 p.m. So, il check-in in hotel è a partire dalle 15 translates to check-in at the hotel is from 3 p.m. Now, you can use this structure to talk about when events or service start in Italian. For the next pattern, let's look at how to say until what time something will be. Noun, noun phrase, è aperto, aperta, fino alle time. Noun, noun phrase, is open until time. First we have noun or noun phrase, which is the subject of the sentence. This is the place or thing that is open. The noun can be masculine or feminine, which will determine the form of the adjective, open. It may also imply the inclusion of an article. Next is è, meaning is. After that is aperto or aperta, meaning open. Aperto is used for masculine nouns and aperta is used for feminine nouns. Then we have fino, which means until. This word indicates that the sentence is about a time limit. Next is alle, meaning at the. When referring to time, it is used before the specific hour when something closes. And last is time, which represents the closing time. It is often indicated in the 24-hour format, so 22 means 10 p.m. Let's see how the second focus from the dialogue follows this pattern. Sì, la piscina è aperta fino alle 22. Yes, the pool is open until 10 p.m. In this sentence, sì means yes, and it's not part of the pattern. La piscina means the pool. Since la piscina is feminine, we use the feminine article la, and later we use aperta to match that gender. È aperta fino alle means is open until, just like in our pattern. Here, aperta agrees with piscina because it is feminine. Finally, 22 is 10 p.m. in 24-hour time. So, la piscina è aperta fino alle 22 translated to the pool is open until 10 p.m. Now, you can use this structure to talk about when places close in Italian. The original patterns are a partire da, meaning starting from, and fino a, meaning until. In both cases, the preposition changes based on the time. When the time is plural, like le 9 or le 10, 9 or 10 o'clock, we use dalle or alle. There is an exception. For l'una, 1 o'clock, which is singular, we use dal and al. So we say a partire dalle 9 and fino alle 10, but a partire dall'una and fino all'una. Now let's look at some speaking examples. Il pranzo al ristorante è a partire dalle 12. Lunch at the restaurant is from 12 p.m. Can you see how the pattern applies here? Let's break it down. Here, il pranzo al ristorante is the subject, meaning lunch at the restaurant. È means is, linking the subject to the rest of the sentence. A partire dalle follows the pattern, meaning start from, indicated the beginning time of lunch. 12 is the specific time, meaning 12 p.m. So that is how il pranzo al ristorante è a partire dalle 12 fits the pattern noun or noun phrase è a partire dalle time, because it states when something begins. Here's another example. Il negozio è aperto fino alle 20. The store is open until 8 p.m. Il negozio è aperto fino alle 20. The store is open until 8 p.m. Let's try one more. La biblioteca è aperta fino alle 19. The library is open until 7 p.m. La biblioteca è aperta fino alle 19. The library is open until 7 p.m. Another one. Lo spettacolo è a partire dalle 21. The show is from 9 p.m. Lo spettacolo è a partire dalle 21. The show is from 9 p.m. One last example. L'ingresso in piscina è a partire dalle 9. Entry to the pool is from 9 a.m. L'ingresso in piscina è a partire dalle 9. Entry to the pool is from 9 a.m. Now you know how to manage a hotel check-in in Italian, and you can move on to the practice. A presto!
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Italian ebook before it's gone.
Do you know how to discuss plans in Italian? You'll learn how in just a moment. Hi, my name is Felice, and this is 3-Step Italian by ItalianPod101.com. In this lesson, you learn to discuss plans in Italian through a quick conversation. Let's look at the dialogue. As you listen, pay attention to how they ask about the topic and how the other person responds. Fai qualcosa sabato? No, non faccio niente. Sono libero sabato. Allora, possiamo allenarci insieme in palestra? Sì, va bene. Stasera vado a bere qualcosa con i miei amici alla cantina. Vuoi venire? Certo. Let's hear it with the English translation. Fai qualcosa sabato? Are you doing anything on Saturday? No, non faccio niente. Sono libero sabato. No, I'm not doing anything. I'm free on Saturday. Allora, possiamo allenarci insieme in palestra? Then, can we train together at the gym? Sì, va bene. Yes, that's fine. The next sentence will be the one we analyze. Let's examine its components. Stasera vado a bere qualcosa con i miei amici alla cantina. Vuoi venire? Tonight I'm going to have a drink with my friends at La Cantina. Do you want to come? First is the word stasera, meaning tonight. Stasera. Stasera. Next is the phrase vado a bere qualcosa, which literally means I'm going to drink something, but it translates as I'm going to have a drink. Vado a bere qualcosa. Vado a bere qualcosa. After this is the phrase con i miei amici, meaning with my friends. Con i miei amici. Con i miei amici. Next is the phrase alla cantina, meaning to la cantina. Alla cantina. Alla cantina. All together, it's stasera vado a bere qualcosa con I miei amici alla cantina. This translates as tonight I'm going to have a drink with my friends at la cantina. Last is the sentence vuoi venire? Meaning, do you want to come? Vuoi venire? Vuoi venire? All together it's stasera vado a bere qualcosa con I miei amici alla cantina. Vuoi venire? This translates as tonight I'm going to have a drink with my friends at la cantina. Do you want to come? Certo. Of course. Let's look at the sentence pattern. This pattern is the structure that all of our example will follow. Andare a, present tense, infinitive phrase. Be going to, present tense, infinitive phrase. Let's look at andare a first. Andare literally means to go, but in this pattern it translates as be going. When conjugated in the present tense, it tells us who is going to do something. A means to. Together, andare a is used to say someone is going to do something. After andare a is the infinitive phrase. That's the main action. This phrase starts with a verb in the infinitive form, the dictionary form, like fare qualcosa, to do something. So, the full pattern andare a infinitive means someone is going to do something. Let's see how a line from the dialogue follows this pattern. Stasera vado a bere qualcosa con I miei amici alla cantina. Tonight I'm going to have a drink with my friends at la cantina. In this sentence, stasera means tonight and it's not part of the pattern. Vado is the present tense of andare, meaning I go or I'm going. A bere qualcosa follows right after, with bere as the infinitive meaning to drink something. Together, vado a bere qualcosa means I'm going to drink something or I'm going to have a drink. After it is con I miei amici alla cantina, meaning with my friends alla cantina. So, stasera vado a bere qualcosa con I miei amici alla cantina. Translates to tonight I'm going to have a drink with my friends at la cantina, in natural English. Now, you can use this pattern to discuss plans with others or tell them your own plans. In Italy, socializing over drinks, especially aperitivo, is a beloved tradition. In the early evening, friends often meet at a local bars or cafe to enjoy light drinks like spritz or wine, along with small bites called stuzzichini. Now, let's look at some speaking examples. Vado a studiare in biblioteca. I'm going to study at the library. Can you see how the pattern applies here? Let's break it down. Here, vado is the verb andare in the present tense, meaning I go or I'm going. This tells us the subject is I. A studiare follows right after. Studiare is the infinitive, meaning to study. Together, vado a studiare means I'm going to study. In biblioteca adds extra information at the library. It tells us where the action is happening. So, that is how vado a studiare in biblioteca fits the pattern andare a, present tense, infinitive phrase. I'm going to study at the library. Here's another example. Vado a vedere un film al cinema
I'm going to see a movie at the cinema. Vado a vedere un film al cinema. I'm going to see a movie at the cinema.
Let's try one more. Vado a fare una torta per la festa. I'm going to bake a cake for the party.
Vado a fare una torta per la festa.
I'm going to bake a cake for the party.
Another one. Vado a giocare a calcio al parco. I'm going to play football at the park. Vado a giocare a calcio al parco. I'm going to play football at the park.
One last example. Vado a lavare I piatti.
I'm going to wash the dishes. Vado a lavare I piatti. I'm going to wash the dishes.
Now you know how to discuss plans in Italian, and you can move on to the practice. A presto!
Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Italian ebook before it's gone.